guess, Bryce, let's start. How does it feel to another season coming up?
It feels good, man. I'm excited. It went by fast. The summer, all the time before, like the preseason, that time went by fast. So, for it to finally be here, it's really exciting. Still got to finish, these 2 days of practice before the exhibition. So we still got to stay focused in that way. But I'm excited.
It's a new group, but through the Spanish trip and then through all this practice, do you kind of have a feel for what this team can be?
Mm-hmm. Yes, definitely. I think, those times we spent, like you said, in Spain, those are times where we can kind of bond and kind of figure out each other's games. And I think at this point now we're pretty familiar with each other, and we'll be ready for game one.
Is there somebody you think that's taken the biggest steps forward, probably a freshman at this point, but that's taking the biggest steps forward from those Spanish practices till now?
Yeah, I think, like you said, I would probably say the freshman. Just all the way down the line, just because at the beginning it was kind of new for them, so they didn't really know, where to be in certain places like that. But I think now it's, time has passed, and coach has coached them, like he has. I think they made a pretty big jump.
This may seem obvious, but just how different is this team now? It's such a different roster. Just you guys have both been here and been through it. How different is it to kind of, I don't know, start over? I guess, is that the right way?
Yeah, I mean it's a lot of different personalities and different type of games, skill sets with the players we have now than last year. I think this group is more of a offensive oriented group with a lot of shooters, a lot of guys that can make plays on and off the ball. So I just think we have a real versatile group, even with the bigs. Just being able to cover every aspect of the game offensively and defensively. We're still good, but we're still getting our bumps and bruises out the way. But this team right here is a real offensive, impactful team.
With Javon's knee injury, and hopefully, I guess he gets back a couple of weeks into this maybe, who has jumped into that, and who's going to be, as you just mentioned, offensive weapons? Somebody's got to.
We'll let Coach probably get more into how he wants to do personnel. And
Okay.
He'll have something to say on that, I'm sure.
Okay.
You guys are both, you rarely get into teammates' faces with that. You lead by example. But with so many young guys, has there been moments already where either one of you or both of you have challenged some of those guys and say, hey, this has to be here, not where it is right now?
Yeah, I'd say there have definitely been a few moments. Coach kind of comes in on one, but I won't say specifically who. But yeah, I think those are times where, us as leaders, as vets of the group, we got to kind of make sure, they wake up, like come on, like practice is starting, like coach ain't playing today, So I think yeah, we've done a good job of kind of bringing those guys along and just making sure that we can help them whenever they need help for.
And it's not just us too, like even the other upperclassmen here, even some of the transfers, like I get into it, and the freshmen, they try and coach each other up as well. So, it's just not us doing all that. Everybody is really wants to get better. So I think that's an improvement from last year with this team. Like nobody's getting their feelings hurt. We all telling each other the truth because we all want to win. So
How difficult is that for you guys? Because you guys, like you said, are the quiet types. How difficult is it for you to come out of your shell a little bit in that way?
I mean, yeah, it's just something for me personally, it's not something I'm not used to doing. Like, I do like to lead by example, but if it's required for the team to be better, like, it's something I have to get out of my comfort zone and do. And it makes me a better player as well, because if I get on them about it, then I'm also holding myself to the same standard. So, it's uncomfortable, but it's worth it.
John Michael, you've had a year of Big 12 basketball under your belt now. How different is it preparing for year two with this team compared to trying to get adjusted in year one?
I think it's a lot different because I know what to expect now, as far as like how guys play, what type of physicality it is with this league, and just being able to prepare for it since the summer, knowing what I'm getting myself into as opposed to last year, just not really knowing. And I think it's helped me build my confidence a lot.
Is there anything this offseason that you wanted to work on specifically?
Just really just improving my three-point shooting and then like IQ level plays and stuff like that, watching more film. But I mainly touched on my jump shot.
John Michael, feel free if you don't want to go there, but you did have to come home early from Spain, lost your father. Does that change your perspective on, I mean, I'm sure life, but does it magnify maybe what you want to get done on the court this year? And are you doing something in his honor?
Yeah, it does. I mean, my stepdad was, he was my rock. He was the guy who really put the ball in my hand at first. So losing him all of a sudden just showed me that, anything could be gone at any moment. So I try not to take things for granted now that I may have before, like just going to a basketball practice, one injury, you know, you have to sit out, you know what I'm saying? So just seeing how he was just taken from us so fast, like, it just shows me that every day is a gift. I have to be thankful, and now what I do, I try and work on my game more. I'm just playing with more of a chip on my shoulder because I want to win, not just for him, but just for the program in general. You know, but he was a big OSU fan the little time he had here, and I know he really enjoyed himself at the game. So just being able to give him my all, you know, for him, I know he'll be pleased.
Good answer.
Shooting, you mentioned you're trying to take steps in that. That's something that you've been good at. What extra are you doing to do that?
Just getting more reps and then getting more game-like reps whenever I'm just working out. Sometimes I just, you know, shoot it just to shoot it instead of being intentional about every shot I take, because you know I wanna perfect it till I can't get it wrong. You know, so that was pretty much it. Just getting a lot of reps up. You know?
How do you learn that to be more intentional? How do you know that? Like, how do you be more intentional? I guess is the question.
Just not shooting bad shots, like not practicing bad shots, like just making sure your form is good, not you know, taking for granted the opportunity you get to shoot it, and just practicing it the same way, trying to do the same rep with your feet, you know, your hands, your arms, trying to do everything the same, and it builds that muscle memory.
On the lighter side from Spain, you won't drive the paint this year and see anybody like that bull.
Oh man, yeah. The first game that was in, that was a big guy. Yeah, he was a real big guy, but hey, and that bull was scary, you know. But hey, shoot, I won that match. I feel like I won that match.
Bryce, are you aware of the rich history of your Wednesday night opponent, Oklahoma Baptist?
A little bit, man, a little bit. Yeah, I'm definitely familiar with them, and you know, definitely just from being from Oklahoma and stuff. You're aware of, you know, OBU. You know, one of my good friends, Burke Putman, actually went there, I believe, two years ago. So yeah, I'm pretty familiar.
But it's really more about Wednesday night's more about you guys
Mhm.
executing what you've been working on.
Yeah, for sure. We would definitely want to use this as an opportunity to kind of get ready, to kind of, you know, see how everybody, you know, kind of goes. Kind of the first time, you know, we'll have fans, you know, refs, you know, everything, the whole night. Just won't be a, you know, exact real game, but we're kind of gonna approach it like so.
Bryce, you've been here. This is your third season. Is there, after you had the postseason ban, and last year came so close. Is the urgency a little different maybe after those 2 years?
I say yeah. I mean, it's always been really hot, you know, to be able to play in the postseason. Last year to get, you know, really the closest that you can without actually getting into it, that was rough. So I think that's definitely been in the minds of not just me, but the entire team, the entire staff, you know, everybody just, you know, getting that close and not being able to participate. It was rough, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, we definitely have a hunger.
When you guys look at where you were at when this group had their first practice, and then you look at where you are now, where do you think what bigger strides were made, do you think?
I would say just our connectivity, you know, because early we were kind of like I mean, we got a whole new team, so nobody really knows anybody, kind of what they do and how they function. But now, as we've been through, you know, a million practices, you know, we kind of have a better understanding of, you know, how everybody goes about their business and what they do well.
I know you guys will just kind of play the games how they come, but obviously this year's conference schedule is a lot different. Do you realize that, or is it weird not playing home and away against every program?
Shoot, I mean, I honestly don't know what to expect from it, because you know I've never experienced it. I don't think anybody on the team has really, you know. So it's exciting because you get to play a lot of different matchups and go to a lot of different places, and it's good for the league and the Big 12 as well, because it gives more exposure to all the players, to seeing different play styles and going against different coaches. But you know, for me personally, it hasn't really hit me yet that we'll be playing all these different people. But when the time comes, it's gonna come. You know?
Is Jarius any more juiced for this game, knowing that that's where he started out was OBU? Has he talked to you guys about that at all?
Nah, that's a good question. I'm gonna ask him about that. I'm gonna ask him about that. Nah, he hasn't said anything yet.
Who are some of the guys that fans who haven't seen this team, like it is a whole new team, who are some of the guys that maybe the fans might leave Gallagher but thinking, whoa, I'm excited to watch that dude?
Let me see. If I had to say one, maybe Isaiah Miranda, our 7-foot big guy. You know, he can stretch it out. You know, he's a tremendous lob threat. You know, he's good. He's a good defender, but he's really exciting to watch. So I think that's something the fans are clinging to for.
And on what Jacob asked about the sting of last year's selection show, is that something that coaches and players y'all bring up, or is it kind of the unspoken, like everyone knows, but you don't even have to bring it
Nah,
up?
coach brought it up.
He did?
Coach brought it up. Yeah. I mean, it's not like an everyday thing, but it was definitely a point in time where he was like, "This is where we were last year. This is why we have to have this certain mentality going into practice, into every little thing, just because we don't want that feeling again."
Yeah.